Yellows.
So,
Liberation time. What was that? I feel like that's to be relations to something. Okay. The big bill of liberation. I see. I remember. I knew that there was a recent thing about liberation.
It's a big bill of what?
Liberation. Liberation. Yeah, bro.
Liberation. Okay, so we're talking about
Liberty.
money
I was
point.
there to see
Mm.
Mr. Tosi. Uncle
so
Tosi.
give us a bit of background. Let's hear.
Yeah, I'll give you a bit of background.
Let
I'll
the
give you a
folk
bit of
hear.
background. So
Uh-huh.
Tosi is currently the owner of Moniepoint. He was initially team apt, and
What is
then
money
he used to
point?
initially work. Moniepoint is a fintech, I would say, that
Uh-huh.
process and a money processing agent basically. So they are in charge. I think they own majority shares of POS. And they
Mm,
help like unbanked people access money. They still yeah. So it's basically a business that help unbanked business people have money through offline agents like POS and physical agents.
okay.
So that's basically what Moneypoint does.
Right. So, why are they in
So
the news? What happened? What happened?
currently I think he's a $1 trillion valuated company in Nigeria. It's one of like the biggest company in Nigeria.
One
And
trillion
the
dollars.
CEO, I think so. I could check. I'm not sure. Is it
I don't
trillion?
think
I know it's a
it
big
can
deal.
never
Is
be
it
trillion.
naira? I think it's a naira. I
Maybe
don't
trillion naira,
know.
not
Let's
trillion
see.
trillion
Valuation of
dollars.
money points.
Tinubu would have taken over. $1 trillion. Are you playing?
1 billion. Sorry, not 1 trillion. $1 billion. Valuation of $1 billion. Sorry. Apologies. But even $1 billion is a significant money. But anyways,
It
he's
is
like
not a.
the
It's
owner
not a
of.
moi moi. It's not a moi moi.
It's not a my
Uh-huh.
my. It's not a my my.
Uh-huh.
He was chatting with someone. I think 2 weeks ago. Let me look for the date exactly. And he mentioned that like there are no quality talent. So I'm going to paraphrase indirectly, but I thought from giving a speech.
Uh-huh.
To see.
Okay. And he
Ọlọ́run.
said, "That's not okay."
Ẹni
You're looking for
Ọlọ́run
the
dá.
quote.
Oh, and I'm looking for exactly what he said.
I know he had Twitter going. Twitter went into a meltdown.
Yes, he did have. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to look for like a full. I have to give full context to the people listening of exactly what he said. His quotes, word for word, so that it will not be I said, he said, we all said.
Yeah, full context. Draw your
Okay, so
close.
into his statement said, Tosin Eniolarun, that the chief executive officer of Moniepoint has come under intense criticism, blah blah blah. So he said, has disclosed that fintech firm, which made the strategic decision in 2024 to recruit only Nigerians, has struggled to fill hundreds of roles. According to him, despite an estimated 500 vacancy, the company has been unable to find candidates that meet its required quality and quantity. In his words, in 2024, we made a decision that we will no longer hire from any other place than Nigeria, and we chopped the cane in 2025, he said, adding
Hmm.
that even the few candidates identified were not up to global standards.
Hmm.
Yeah. Not only could we not find the quantity and quality we needed, but okay, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
No, continue reading.
Yeah, okay. Not only could we not find the quality and quantity we needed, but the people we found also were not up to the global standards of quality that we needed. And we are competing globally, not only with local players. You know who our biggest competition
Echo
comes from?
Global.
China. I have world-class people working in the organization, and here I am looking for Nigerians that cannot meet requirements to build world-class products.
Okay.
Oh. So my take is that he's not wrong. I'm one of
Hmm.
those talents that I don't think I can compete on a global scale. And it's not like me putting myself down. It's also because like I worked in Nigeria. I'm one of the rare people that worked in Nigeria and carried the skills that they learned in Nigeria and went abroad to trade on those same skills. without having to upskill or go to school or any of those things. I just like carried my bag, was working in this company today, worked in another country the next day. I don't think he's wrong, if I'm being honest, and I can tell you from my own personal point of view why he's not wrong.
Go on.
I work with computers, and when I got
Mhm.
to like this part of the world and I see how people use computers, I am at a disservice. My colleague, who is like the principal engineer, actually the senior principal engineer of like one of the companies I work with, very intelligent guy. This guy has been breaking into computers since he was 7. He's been, you see this computer interaction, he did not just interact with it on like a power base in cyber cafe. He actually built games, broke into the games, built chat rooms at age 7. Obviously, I'm not going to understand when he starts talking about like the architecture of the computer in a way where you can manipulate zeros and ones, which is like the very basic of the computer language. I can
Basic
never,
computer
like,
language. Mhm.
I can never understand what he's saying. Like, it's like I didn't go to school for this thing. I did take some computer architectural course. I also went to one of the best schools in Nigeria. So again, you know, I
Nepo.
cannot I
Mhm.
can I cannot compete with the knowledge that he has. And it's not because like he's a better person or because he's white or anything. It's just
Mhm.
he's had more exposure. So
Yep.
obviously he's a better talent because like he's really good at the work that he does.
Yep.
And he's going to be better than me, objectively speaking. Also, when you interact with like Asian people and like there's a stereotype that they are really good at computers and all, and you interact with them and you see like the fundamentals in which they built on, and you see that your own is shaky, there's a limit to like when you're having interaction, you know how you talk, then you realize that my own knowledge are finished. Because I can't extrapolate from, I can't continue. I can't really find a solution out of this. While this person is
Yeah.
thinking about how to solve this, I'm stuck on how is this even a problem first? And what is the
Yeah.
problem? And maybe I should go and read some more on how
Yeah.
this is a problem and how to solve it. They had a good foundation that they can build on. And so
Mhm.
I completely understand when he says like there are no the talents to compete globally in Nigeria is non-existent.
Not there.
That's my argument.
I I agree with you. So I will use my own field as as an example.
Okay, pause before
So
you give me a second. So how did he get Moniepoint to $1 billion?
The problem, so another thing that we need to understand, and which is why Nigeria is the best place after sliced bread, is that the problems in Nigeria are very basic.
Vast or
For
basic?
lack of a better, no,
Okay.
no, they're so basic. Like at this age, people cannot access bank in 2026. We don't have electricity. Like we have basic human problems. Like it's so like we have so many problems that if you pick one and you solve it, you will make money. So it's
and
not
you
like,
don't
oh, he
even have
had
to
like
reinvent
extraordinary
the wheel.
knowledge. Yeah.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to pick what's done in other places and find how to apply it in Nigeria,
I don't know about
and you're good
that.
to
In
go.
in the in the US, you can't from point A to point B.
The reason why it has
With all the
ceremony is because of
Venmo and all
regulation.
that stuff.
I'm telling you, it's very hard.
No, no, no. So the reason why is because they are a highly regulated economy. Nigeria is not regulated in that way. So like when I was trying to register a business in Nigeria, if you want to register a fintech or like a money point or like a money operator MMOs, you see the thing that they tell you to fill, even you won't believe that that's all that is required to own something that says it. In US, just small, you want to read somebody's data financially. Like I just want to read their statements. I don't want anything else. You will go and explain, Taya. You will have data privacy laws. They will tell you can only keep the data here. You will provide a data owner. You will do this one. Then you go and register in the
Okay,
bank.
so it's
Then you
because we're
register here.
very lax. Nigerian rules
Yes,
are
it's very
lax
lax. So it's easy to
to go.
innovate
Okay.
here because it's a long time coming. They've been building this thing long time. The delta shift, 0 to 1 is hard and it's a very big difference. But you see, after you get to 100, 0 to 101 is going to be very hard because like you are going to put 100 to get another one. Zero, there's nothing to lose. They are already established, and so it's very difficult to make a drastic change.
So
So it's a
yeah, I
different thing.
guess
Yeah.
I agree, and I'm gonna give two examples using my profession. So you graduate medicine in Nigeria, okay? Yeah, you're a doctor, you're doing well. The second you travel abroad, so you have the knowledge, okay? Well, it's one thing to you have some knowledge, but when you travel and you see what people are, for example, let me use something as basic as ECG, ECG machines. So in Luth back then, we had one ECG machine, and it was okay. Initially, we had one, and it was in the cardiology clinic as a heart clinic, and they would do ECG clinics on say on Wednesday, and then you would bring the ECG reading to see the consultant the next week to interpret it and all that. So where I am, the ECGs on every ward. Do you get my point? So yeah, so you can't. So when we got over there, because it was novelty-ish for us, but then you see a patient, you do an ECG for it, you read the littlest doctor, the guys who just graduated. In fact, medical students, they're already teaching them to interpret that and all that. So they already know this stuff from the baseline level. So you're a doctor, you say, oh, I'm a doctor. You now cross over, and they're like, okay, you're on the floor. It's, oh, patient, oh, doctor, this ECG, you don't have that practice. So you're like, wait, I've read this stuff. But then they just look at pick it, this is this, boom, and it's on to the next and all that. So yes, you have some knowledge, but they are way ahead of you. Something like blood gas interpretation. So I didn't see a blood gas machine in Loot. Well, maybe I wasn't looking, but I didn't see it. But here, somebody comes, somebody has asthma, somebody has COPD, you take the blood, you're not even sending it to the lab. Go run that blood gas yourself, get interpretation, start treating the patient. So if somebody should, and other things, AEDs and all that, so if somebody should stand up and say, oh, there's not enough talent, medical, I've thrown up this hospital and I'm looking for talent to man this hospital to a certain level, to a certain degree, I think, of expertise, you you'll probably struggle. Now, is it that our brains are different? No. We just need that training and it to get up to that level that the person is looking for. And that's just so what I think people took it one. Okay, I think yes, the talent isn't there, but the talent that is there, can they be trained to reach that level that he's looking for? Absolutely. But raw, I want to fish for this talent now. I don't think he was wrong.
I don't agree with you that our brain is not
Okay.
different. And I'm not saying I'm not like a white supremacist or anything, before all of you come for me, no. No, 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 no.
Mhm,
You know, when
mhm,
we're talking about nutrition as a
uh-huh.
problem in our country, I
Yeah.
promise you. See,
Mhm.
our problems are plenty. Is it me that is looking for food now that you want me to go and be learning what does not concern me? When it's not letting me I will feed, it's me and my own family. And even the food that I'm already used to feeding that is not nutritious in any way that improves my brain quality. Is it at
Mhm.
30? Like, really, if I be honest, it's not just easier to pick somebody that their brain at least have the ability because they are fed well.
So So you're right, but to counter what you're saying, to for the brain argument, when Nigerians such as myself, yourself, you go over there, yeah, it might take a bit of adjustments, and then you learn the ropes, and then you're like anybody else.
No, I'm not. Oh, me, I'm still fighting for my life. That mean, maybe you are. Maybe again, very
No,
intelligent.
you're fight. No,
Possibly.
no, 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 no. Oh, go out, sit down. So you're fighting for your life. Can you compare yourself now, how to when you were to how you were when you got there, however years, how
No, I
many
can't.
years ago? That's my
I
point.
definitely
So
cannot. But if I still compare
exactly,
myself to the same people now, after such a long period of time, I am still falling short. I'm
my
falling
point
short.
is, yes, you know where you started from, and you know where you are now, just
Yeah.
by being in the same environment, having access to those things that they have access to, playing in those spaces, and the scope for improvement is still there. Now, if you were
Mm.
back where you were, in Nigeria, 234. It's not all this story we're talking about now. I will
I
never
agree. I
forget.
agree.
I'll know when one time we were in Nigeria and there was this there was this gas explosion in Delta States. I think I've forgotten the company. So they rushed the people to UBTH. So the company I used to work with, and then used to provide emergency services. So we spoke to our partners in South Africa. They flew two air ambulances, came down to UBTH. Now we were in the trauma ward. As soon as we this thing was like a movie, I swear to God. So we're on the trauma ward and they were just there, they were getting injections. After some time, the nurse would give you injections. They were in pain, they were yelping. So we in Nigeria, we came, assess burns percentage. We were like, oh, these ones, you probably need to fly them abroad. Those guys came and started work. Boom, set up syringe drivers with morphine going in. I said, so you don't nobody has to come there to give injection. So you just program it at
XYZ
whatever
time.
interval, give this amount of morphine, give this amount of this,
Muffin.
put burn, yes, put the burn shield on them. Burn shield is a cooling thing. Because those people were just wrapped in bandages, put the burn shield on them, put them in inflatable mattresses, strap them. The consultant came. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. He was now taking his folk on ward and said, okay, that's what he does. So he knew the theory. His folk that were working with him, the registrars and medical students, they were just seeing it first time. Do you get my point? And
Yeah.
people were just recording. In fact, some of the guys that had minor burns, they're like, what did happen now? When they take these ones, who now coming for here? It was crazy. I seen so like I said, the talent was there, but man, you're already at a grand disadvantage. So you can read all you want in book, but they put something in front of you,
Yeah,
boom,
the
do
practicals.
it. You say, Chairman, I know that you write the exam. Syringe driver is used to deliver this medication. So, okay,
At
this
a
is it.
certain
Do
rate.
it. Do it. Do it. Trouble don't come. So, so that so yeah, I agree with that person. Yes, at a certain level, we just can't play in certain spaces because, hey, we've not been exposed that way. But when you take those people to those places and those people apply themselves, oh, it's the same. It's the same organ that is in the head, and you apply yourself. You see people that just came over, just crossed over, and they rise to whatever level they want to rise to. Their consultants, their GPs, their whatever. They're now GP trainees. And this what be trainers and yeah. So people were just being emotional with the money point thing, saying I don't think he could have he could have clarified it a bit just to make people feel a bit better. Say, oh no, it's not as if our brains are not good. It's just that we just don't have it here. We don't
Because
have
he
the
he he is
resources.
he but he started from Nigeria. Everything he's done basically is from Nigeria. So
Mm.
he could train. For me, I didn't what's the word? I didn't find too much fault in what he said. I thought it was true. I just felt he could have framed it a whole lot better because
Mm.
it's training. Because okay, yes, there is now that skill gap. There's skill gap, knowledge gap. Okay, what are you going to do about it?
He
What
might not
for
even
you? Those
have
are
he
so
he might
yeah.
not even have the resources to
The
train folk.
resources to train. You can't say that. Well, well, you can't say it anyway. That's true. Talk is cheap. You can't
Yeah.
say
Again, it's
it's
not
your
his
Ah,
business.
responsibility. Oh,
Yes, it's not his
it's not his
responsibility. True.
responsibility. Oh.
he just wants to
That's your
hire
government.
people.
You
So
should go your government
I
executive.
yeah,
say I just want to hire folk here. What do you
yeah,
mean by I
that's
should come
true.
and train? And you
True.
can put this to any walk of life. Footballers. They said, oh yeah, they have the skill, but that training facility, you've not played on this pitch, you've not done
Yeah,
this.
true.
They don't put you in that place. Yeah, you can see some skill there, but you're not up to that level. You need to do this, do that, b-ball, wrestling, whatever. And then you see when that's why when our folk go over there, if you apply yourself, you see the clear difference with how the person is behaving and how the other person he left behind is behaving. Or yeah, it's an unfortunate thing, but truth hurts. Truth hurts.
True. It's an environment thing, like Tiara said. Yeah, there's no way you want to talk computers. It's crying out loud. That time, Uniben, people they graduate computer now, Fortran and they talk now. People are doing
Exactly.
programming. They've not seen a computer. They are doing they
Two,
will do the whole
how the
programming
MI
on the
say it?
board and shit.
How the MI say
Please,
too bad
my first class in C
computer
plus plus.
science
We wrote it on
student
paper.
never seen a
Look at that.
computer. So
And so you
yeah, it's
don't no talk of now somebody has been doing this since he was 7.
you
How
get
you where do you have we man, there's a candle in the sun. That shit can't even out.
that shit don't
It's
even out.
this
That shit don't even.
nah,
Oh
bro.
god. So people
Nah.
were very angry and emotional. I saw
Look at
the
us emotional.
yeah, I saw people vomiting. Say, what do you mean? Get it. I understand it. But facts don't care about your feelings, nigga. That's
True.
just it.
True.
The facts is facts, and they don't care about your feelings. Ugh. It's
Oh no,
down to
that's really the word.
down to
Facts
what you
don't care about
watch
your
on
feelings.
TV. Down to what you watch on TV. Look at our TV stations. Look at the quality of the
Of the
stuff.
local stations by
When you
versus
versus the international thing, those ones are shining. They're shining.
not see
You now
NTA.
see
Because NTA is TD.
exactly
You now see
live
AIT.
now. Did you see that NTA video where that girl was saying something? That thing that fell and knocked her on her neck. The backdrop. Oh god. So it's always there's mediocrity in high levels, but if you take those same people, put them in those environments, and they apply themselves, you see
Well, it's not his business to train as
too
well.
many.
Agreed there.
It's not too many. We have too many diamonds in the rough, and unfortunately, they need to be polished. And if we don't get them polished, they'll just be that diamonds in the rough. And that's
And
it.
okay, we had people talking about, oh, they're not ready to pay. And I had a couple of colleagues actually say, oh, they're not, but they don't want to pay those international amounts. But with this line of argument now, you really can't match those international people for quality, for what they
Why should
bring
they
to the
pay you
table.
that amount?
Yeah, so that's true. Because yeah, okay, you
No.
feel you do the same work, but
Mm.
nah, you don't. I've seen where nah, it's not the same.
And it's a very pervasive thing down to our artisans. You call a
Ah,
plumber, you call a
uh,
mason, you call a
yep.
bricklayer. They will do something. Say, "Oh, my friend, manage them like that." Where it doesn't seem to be holding folk is our fashion designers, as
Well,
evidenced by the
yep. Met Gala and
by the
AMVCA.
AMVCA. I don't know. I don't know how those
I don't
dudes are
know
doing
where
it, but
those.
there you
I
go.
don't know where those ones come from, sir, because they are not the regular fashion designers on the road. These
Uh,
ones are
Sorry,
on a
guys. I
different.
have to
Yeah.
run.
All
I have
right,
to
all
run.
right,
Sorry.
all right.
Don't be
All right,
angry.
cool.
People should be
Bless.
angry.
All
I'll come
right.
back to this.
All right.
All right. Take care.
You come
Okay.
back. No, no, we'll see you next week then.
No, I know.
Yeah.
See you next week.
All right, bless then.
Bless.
Let's take care.
So yeah.
Easy.
So how the fashion designers? Well, it's not all, but yeah.
No, those ones on the MVCAs. Those I
Are
don't know
those?
where those
But we
ones.
need to dig deep.
No,
Oh.
they're all
Are those
Nigerians.
ones? I know, but have
Okay.
they gotten some foreign training?
Well,
The talent is there. The talent is there,
no,
but
well,
are they polished outside?
no, the ones that are polished outside don't even do it. No, my Atafu is the only one that I know that I'm outside. The
We
rest
don't
have been
know. All
doing
this
this from
Vicky James.
Nigeria. It's now they started
Let's
getting
Google
all
that
those
Vicky James. Pick Nigerian fashion designer. No, no, no. Vicky James, 30-year-old Nigerian fashion designer. Ruth Ericon James, Vicky. I wonder whether she did
where
anything.
did she school, Abi?
Early life
Because
for education. Uh, born, quiet bomb. When she was still an infant, family relocated to Jegunle.
So it's
In
now
2015,
Nigeria.
University of Uyo, biochemistry.
Ah, not
Started
even
learning how to
biochem,
make
sir.
clothes. Lagos Island opportunities. No, doesn't say anything about going abroad for nothing. So yeah, some people are one
Uh,
of one, and maybe she is one of one. So
but
yeah.
she didn't make all the clothes now.
No. She
Uh-huh.
didn't. But I mean,
So
some of
all those clothes, all of them are. Yeah, I
some
see
some
people are
what?
just complaining, say, waiting that they do for this Met Gala. One guy was like, "Yeah, we had
No,
the
do you know
Nigerians
when I
had this."
knew? Do you know when I knew Nigerian fashion designers a problem? Some prom. When I see that video, Yankee prom people were contacting Nigerian fashion designers to make
Designers.
their prom dresses, not yao yao, as
Yeah.
in
Uh-huh.
rich folks, and they were slaying in the thing. And people were like, "Come, where'd you get this dress?" I said, "Oh, my plug is in West Africa, and it's crazy." I was like, "You see
Yep.
what's going on?"
I
And then
know
you see
from I think
Mm.
AMVCA,
2 years ago AMVCA, that's where the
wild
thing
stuff,
became something else. I said,
wild stuff,
I don't know.
wild
And
stuff.
I'm wondering, is it that the foreigners, because they used to do stuff like this, now they moved away.
No.
Because
They still
Gaga's,
do.
no,
They
they
still
don't. They don't
do.
do as much.
No, they still do great stuff. It's just that what when for Nigeria, when Nigerians get it right, they get it right. And I think some of these fashion designers they've gotten it
No,
right in all
they
capitals.
they're just, they are, what they're doing is, spectacular is an understatement. I'm like, oh, see some outfits. Look at this one. Huh? Yeah,
It's you don't even have to go to AMVCA. See, this guy that hosts Big Brother, Ebuka. When you see some of his outfits, you'll be like,
uh,
whoa, whoa.
all his outfits, and who's the
So
guy that does Obesito or something like that?
it's
It's
some wild stuff,
crazy.
wild stuff.
But the MVCA ones are, there was a lady that came out in gold, and it
Yeah,
had something swirling all around her. I said,
but
shimmer, just like
somebody posted something said she stole that design, that the designer stole that from one of his throwaways. But hey,
one of the certain, now the one
what?
where we see now, we know now.
No idea is original. There's
I
nothing
said,
new under
"Ah,
the sun.
no,
That's what
man,
Nas told
it's
us. Yeah.
the one that was dressed in like a tulip, like a flower. No, it was, I don't know, man.
It's some wicked stuff. Wicked.
The fact that they do it in Nigeria is, I think that's the boss. But then
Where
again,
there's
there
where
is no
lights no day.
electricity. But I think as at 2 years ago, one of those outfits was going for 300 grand. But now I'm sure it's
You
out of
pay
this world.
million,
Yeah.
no,
Hmm.
you know,
Oh, man,
because those things take a lot of time.
yep.
Those things take
And
a
it's
lot of
one of
time.
one. No, they're not making two.
Whose own was it? The person that they made it from those metal sponges. You have to string along,
Are
put.
you
I mean, it's
serious?
crazy. You made it from numerous metal sponges. You string them straight. I say, see, why did your mind go to
Ah,
you'll be able to
well,
use metal sponge to make clothes? Are you playing
art is something.
metal
Is something.
sponge?
Yep.
Do you know the amount of work it takes to unstring
You
those
no,
things?
but no, but that's the thing. You may not buy it strong like that, except she bought it.
Oh no! She did. I think there was
Oh,
a clip of behind the scenes how I
okay,
made this
okay, to
dress.
bring it.
You see, that's
Okay.
what I was like. This is crazy work. Telling you now, the behind the
Are you
scenes clip.
serious?
Yep. But the most pressing thing is how did they go and do a pee in those outfits? But I'm sure
Man,
they,
I,
I'm sure
I, what to
if it
say
were such a
though?
problem, they would not be wearing it. They know how to do it. If it was such a problem, they would not.
But I'm
You
totally
better
sure
not
that
have a weak bladder that you need to be peeing or be on furosemide that you need to be peeing.
if that is going to be a problem, it's going to be a
You know where
solution
the
for it
solution lies.
somehow, some way. Well, until next week, we catch y'all straight up, two down. That's it from myself, Tiara, Ugo, Smokey. Thank you all for tuning in. Catch y'all on the flip side. Stay blessed, stay
All right.
safe,
Bless.
stay tops.